What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 4th day of September. Here we are, sitting at about $0.0039 right now. 3 days, 8 hours left in this week here. About 7 hours, 23 minutes left in the day, actually. If we're looking at this, we're down a little bit today. It is very possible that that was the low for ZBCN. 0035 could be the low, but we are under the impression that we have a little bit lower to go, and that's fine, right? Again, taking this into the context of an A, B, C correction here, where this is A, right? This move up is B, and then C is this move down here. It's very possible that we've seen this move come to completion. That could be the low, and I think it's important to stay open-minded. I know I am calling for lower lows, and I know you guys know that, but just because we're calling for lower lows doesn't mean they have to come. You very well could have found support there. With that being said, coming down like this, kind of faking out the 0.5, finding resistance at the 382, which is a prior area of support here and a prior area of resistance here and a prior areas of support back here. It's kind of a significant area, relatively speaking. That alone, but also with the fibs, makes me think that we do go to the golden ratio, 003 to 00309, somewhere in that area, right? I expect Zebec will go down to that zone there, and then we'll probably find support, sing kumbaya, and start moving up on our merry way. The current trajectory, the way that we move down, I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like this. That could put us, in the 16th, 17th of September, which is where that FOMC meeting is. Maybe it's the 13th, the 12th, earlier than the 16th or the 17th. Either way, though, whether it's sometime before, sometime after, sometime right on the 16th or 17th, I would expect, maybe not this week, but sometime next week, if not the following week, that we do find support at this area. So it's not going to be a quick drop down. It won't be without its moments of volatility, I'm sure, but all in all, I would expect that we do continue to proceed lower. I want to look at these ribbons real quick, and then I want to throw on the other indicators that we normally look at. Daily ribbon just crossed down, and what we did actually here, right, we crossed and we came up, we touched the ribbon, now we're coming down. That is bearish confirmation is what that is. So lower we go, right? And on the bright side, the last time that we crossed this ribbon, what did we do? We came up, we touched, we came down, and then that was it, right? When we crossed this ribbon to the downside, that was here. It's actually a prime area to buy before this last move up. So I'm not expecting this to be some kind of bearish beginning to more downside to come, right? If we're looking at this, the last time that you crossed here, whenever you crossed, you were essentially at your lows, right? Like if you bought right at that cross, sure, we went a little bit lower, but it wasn't that much lower. You were basically buying right at your lows, right? And if you just held through it, inevitably it came back up. I don't think that this is going to be bad or detrimental. It's just the daily ribbon. It's nothing to be too concerned with. The 3-day ribbon does look good, but typically whenever you live in the ribbon like this, you do expect to go below it, right below. And what do I mean by below it? I mean like this here, right? You went below the ribbon right there. You wicked below it. So what's below this ribbon? What number is that? We look at the red line. That's over here, the 55 EMA. That would put us at 0034 right now. So something below 0034 makes sense, which would take us below this low. 0033, 0031, 309, whatever. That's the area that's intended, and that makes a lot of sense on this perspective alone. If we're looking at the weekly time frame here, 1 second, you guys. If we're looking at the weekly time frame here, we're finding support at the weekly ribbon now, which is nice to see, but we could go a little bit lower. Again, we've dropped a couple lines before. If we were to drop a couple lines here, that'd be 00323, which is right in that zone that we're talking about, right? It makes a whole lot of sense. Maybe we drop a few lines, who knows? Depending on where you are in the world, that term could have different meanings. Let's see. In ski towns, it has multiple meanings. It's a double entendre. Anyways, in the technical analyst world, it only has one meaning. Okay, we're dropping down through these lines. Anyways, moving on. Let's get some other indicators put up here. Weekly RSI looks very bullish. Overall, you guys, this RSI is fantastic. It really is. If I had anything that I'm not happy with, it's the fact that you had this higher low trajectory and you're kind of giving it up now. You're kind of rounding out, right? You're kind of doing that. But that's okay. Whatever. You still have higher lows, and even if you take out that low, I'm not too worried about that at all. You took out this low and then boom, that's when you moved up. You took out this low, boom, and that's when you moved up. You took out that low, boom, and that's when you moved up. You know what I mean? So it's really not that big of a deal. We're in a very bullish posturing overall, getting overbought, living above the 50. We love to see it. RSI, beautiful, perfect. It's fine. Stochastics, they look a little bit ugly, but you're in an area that you found support before. You could go a little bit lower, and that's fine. MACD, not really a whole lot to go off of. Overall, it's bullish, but you did just cross red. Last time that you cross red, it lasted for 2 weeks and then you moved up tremendously. So I'm not worried about that at all. 3-day time frame here. I don't like that we rejected the overbought zone here. I would think that we go lower, probably down to the oversold zone, if not at least to the 40. So the lower we go. Stochastics are starting to get bearish. That means we go lower. And the 3-day MACD, we could afford to go lower. We've kind of got this nice double bottom area right here with our blue line, but we could go lower and scoop the zero. You know, something like that could happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. So looking for something like that. Looking at the daily time frame here. We've got lower highs and lower lows in this daily RSI downtrend. It looks like we've rejected the 40 area. We're going to come down, probably get into that oversold zone. I would bet, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we will tip the oversold zone. But I would bet once we hit the oversold area, that's when it's time to buy, right? We got into this oversold area here, and that was right at the perfect areas to buy. We got into this oversold zone area here. It's a perfect time to buy. It went a little bit lower, but still, I wouldn't be surprised if once we're in the oversold zone, that's like a buy signal, okay? Absolutely. Typically, getting oversold is not ideal, but the way that you're doing it, it is ideal. So, clear signal there. MACD did not hold the zero. We crossed below, bearish. But you are forming bullish divergence, right, with these higher lows in the histogram. Come down, get another drive, and get us another higher low with the histogram and a lower low in the price. That's double bullish divergence. That's a perfect storm to move up higher, but we have to go lower first. So, lower we go, ultimately. And then inevitably, we will see higher prices. Absolutely, we will see higher prices. There's zero doubt in my mind that we will see higher prices. High to low here, the expectation would be anything from about 2 to 4.5 cents. Okay, that's the expectation. Could we go higher? Sure, but let's stay grounded. I think 3 to 4.5 cents is the real area to consider. But I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.